Sister Wives fans compare Kody Brown to Charles Manson. As fans watch the latest trailer of Sister Wives, they see some startling points of comparison between Kody Brown and another infamous figure. Fans suggest that Kody and notorious cult leader Charles Manson share some peculiar similarities. Here's a closer look at why people think so. Over the 19 seasons of Sister Wives, Kody Brown has undergone significant changes. Fans have noticed his personality and appearance have morphed drastically over the years. In the latest preview for season 19, Kody appears to be under severe stress as Mary, Janelle, and Christine Brown finalize their divorces. Meanwhile, Robyn Brown contemplates whether she's taken the wrong side. These developments have led some people to draw parallels between Kody and Charles Manson based on the recent clips. On Reddit, Sister Wives fans have been discussing Kody Brown's transformation. One user remarked, "Y'all cannot convince me that this is the same person," while sharing a photo from an earlier season of Kody smiling next to a sneak peek photo of season 19. The comparison shows a stark difference, with Kody appearing much angrier and less vibrant. Some speculate that Kody might be frequently visiting the Botox bar, while others attribute his altered looks to the toll his mental state is taking on him. He went from happy-go-lucky dimwit to bitter, angry, vengeful garden gnome, and it ain't pretty. His rotten core is now showing on the outside, and he can no longer hide what a despicable ogre he really is. Gosh, he really used to look like just the cool dad next door. Now he just looks mean and unwell. He's scary. Hatred ages you. We need a side-by-side of him before the divorce, and after, cause I think he has changed a lot in the last 2 years. That's what finding your soulmate does to you. Several fans have noted a striking resemblance between Charles Manson and Kody Brown, particularly pointing out their eyes. It's the eyes that stand out for me. They're so much darker and beadier. He has Charles Manson eyes now. He wore blue contacts in the first few seasons. But even besides that, he just looks so angry. How scary for the women he was married to. I still get so furious over this. He wore them, an extra cosmetic expense when their family was the most poor and vulnerable. How very on brand for him. Someone posted Kody and Charles' pictures side by side, and wow, they looked like twins. Especially the hateful eyes. Manson, they're twins. That was my first thought. The real sinister reason Kody Brown made his family flee Utah. Undeniably, Sister Wives Brown family has shown their struggle with living in Utah. However, the sinister real reason Kody Brown made the family flee Lehi, Utah became apparent. While the newest season of Sister Wives promises to be electric, the family has been through many drama-filled decisions since starting their reality TV series. Over the years, Sister Wives has revisited how the Brown family had to hurriedly flee Lehi, Utah out of fear of the police and an open investigation on polygamy. Undeniably, they were making bold moves to go on TV and tell the world about the ins and outs of plural marriage. However, those choices also seemingly made them a target for prosecution for their illegal lifestyle. But now the real sinister reason for them fleeing came to light. Recently, questions about why the Brown family had to leave Lehi, Utah have surfaced. Many Sister Wives fans, despite having seen the series' portrayal, believe there is a much deeper reason for quickly uprooting the family. One Reddit user expressed their confusion. Why did the Browns really leave Utah? This user mentioned that having grown up in Utah, the justifications provided by TLC for the move to Vegas seemed inadequate. They speculated that had the family stayed, they might have lasted longer, despite potential self-destruction. The user added many points about their own experience in Utah and how starkly different it is from what the reality TV show depicts. After the post, fans weighed in on Kody Brown's choice to take the family abruptly from Lehi to Vegas. They only lived in Utah for a handful of years, although they make it seem like they'd been there forever. They've all always loved to uproot the family. The question isn't necessarily why did they leave Utah, but why did they leave everywhere they lived after a few years, 17 times? And I believe money is the answer. I totally believe this theory. Have you seen what they did to Christine's grandpa? They imprisoned him and split up the family. I don't know if it was warranted or not, but rest assured her family didn't believe so, and they raised her to fear the police. I have a question for Opie because I don't live in that part of the country. Could being a polygamist on TV force officials to do something? The only thing that I can compare it to is the current moonshine trade in my area. We all know illegal alcohol is being made, but you don't open a roadside stand for it, you are left alone. Honestly, Utah doesn't really fuss over the polygamists, unless they're doing underage marriages or welfare fraud. The ones that have been arrested usually are charged for welfare fraud more than anything. The Browns may have done this if they were really being investigated. The wives file as single mothers and get WIC, food stamps, etc. when they're not really single. Other fans are knowledgeable about the reason behind Kody Brown moving the family based on what they know about Utah. Furthermore, they believe there is a much more sinister reason for the move. This was my thoughts. If there was an investigation at all, it would be for welfare fraud. I think all the mothers got food stamps and medical assistance for the kids, and King was prancing around. Look at me. I got this great job, drive around in sports cars, got TLC, and the state went, whoa there, buckaroo. How come you're living the high life and we're subsidizing your kids? The biggest threat was an investigation into abuse of social services. And the state could have made Kody start child support payments and force him to repay benefits that the wives and children got as a single mother household. I always figured it was more of a don't ask/don't tell situation, and by going public they told. I don't think Utah really cares about polygamy as long as people keep it on the down low and aren't marrying off children. So I never really bought that Utah was going to prosecute them for polygamy. I do suspect there was some welfare fraud that might have come to light in an investigation. Additionally, another user gives sister wives viewers information about Kody Brown's penalty by law for welfare fraud. It would be felony fraud if any individual mother received over $1,500 in benefits that they should not have received. ESP if Janelle and/or Christine received cash benefits for dependent families. It is supposed to take the place of child support from the bio father. In order to get that, they'd have to not list Kody as the father on the birth certificate and sign under oath that they didn't know who the father was for each of their children. Pretty much every state pursues that type of fraud very aggressively. Then, the user further adds, penalties for welfare fraud in Utah if the total value is at least $1,500 or greater but still under $5,000. It will be charged as a felony of the third degree, punishable by a maximum sentence of 5 years in prison and fines no more than $5,000. Villain Robyn's blaming Kody for everything in season 19, and other times she's put him down. Robyn's disrespected Kody before, but now she's doing it more aggressively. The drama is intense. Kody's relationships with other wives and kids with his exes are strained. Those mothers often need to parent alone. Robyn's a bad influence on Kody. She's turned him into a bitter and uncaring figure who hurts children. A Sister Wives season 19 teaser has been released, and the drama is explosive, with Robyn telling Kody that she doesn't respect him anymore. This isn't the first time the demure brunette has called out her husband, even though they're supposed to be soulmates. Great couples stick together. It's them against the world. However, Robyn is still consumed with the women who have fled. She spends so much time thinking about them, letting the family's overwrought drama consume her. The Brown family's downfall started years ago, but Robyn acts like the world's ending. Her histrionics are bizarre and aggressive. In the teaser, Robyn wore a toque as she stared down the husband who'd ruined 3 relationships for her sake. with Robyn egging him on. He'd done all he could to degrade and demean Mary, Christine, and Janelle Brown. As if that weren't enough, his relationships with their kids were hanging by a thread. To reward him for all of this mayhem, which led to Robyn's ultimate goal, monogamy, she told him, "I'm losing respect for you." Kody's damaged his reputation by humiliating good women. He tries to build himself up as his ego's so fragile, but there's really no way to gloss over the fact that he's savagely attacked fundamentally innocent women who did all they could to protect him. This is atypical behavior that tells a story about Kody's character. Typically, good men try to take care of women, even if they don't really need that kind of help. They care about women and respect them. With Robyn influencing Kody behind the scenes, the patriarch has become a shockingly bad person, a mere shadow of the smiling and sweet person he was in earlier seasons. Also, the woman he did all of this to please is turning on him. That must make him very unhappy. No, Kody's not easy to get along with. He plays the victim, brags about his hot body, and won't face the truth about himself. He pushed those 3 women away. That wasn't their fault. However, despite doing all that he could to create emotional distance between himself, Christine, Mary, and Janelle, he never takes responsibility. In fact, he paints them as women who've alienated him from his own children, including Pedron. Good fathers are present in the lives of their children. They don't space out and stop trying. Kody's feuds with his kids show him at his worst, as a childish tyrant who forgets the role he's supposed to play. Kody is supposed to be the mature one. When the news of Garrison Brown's death broke, it was catastrophic. He passed away on March 5th, 2024. Before his death, he was estranged from his father. While no one should be blamed for Garrison's passing, family problems were acting on the young man and making him more troubled. Maybe to stop the world from accusing her of taking everything from 3 decent women, Robyn is trying to appear hard done by. This is the type of passive-aggressive behavior Robyn's known for. She will cloak her real motives under a glossy veneer of victimhood, crying crocodile tears. However, Robyn has a ruthless streak. To get Kody all to herself, as seen in the trailer above, she possibly hurt Kody's children with other wives. These kids are innocent and don't deserve to be sealed off from their father. Kody feuds with many of his children. When Robyn shades Kody, whether she's putting down his awful crepes or telling him he's changed too much or letting him know she doesn't respect him so much anymore, she's not acknowledging her role as the power behind the throne. In fact, the monster, Kody's a bitter and jaded man now, given to cruelty that touches the lives of his own kids. He doesn't try very hard to fix his problems with his children. He's even blamed Janelle for his issues with their children. These children have no idea what's going on behind the scenes, but they do know that something's not right. For years, something has been wrong. Kody and Robyn have isolated themselves, and they could care a lot more about the kids that they've left behind, such as Janelle's daughter, sister wives Savannah Brown, who didn't even get a Christmas gift from her father. Kody, as per an In Touch weekly exclusive, described his dynamic with his kids as pretty bad. How a man treats children says everything about him. When Robyn says she doesn't respect Kody, it should be because his bonds with some of his kids are so weak. However, it's other things that bother her. Good men take care of their children and love them. They don't hurt kids. Kody has Robyn, who's less than thrilled with him lately, but look what he's lost in the process. There is no excuse for all of these feuds. Some things are just wrong, and Robyn doesn't lift a finger when it comes to Kody's problems with his kids. In fact, she separated Kody from his older sons at Christmas, just because she didn't want drama during the holiday. If sister wives Kody Brown needs to apologize to Robyn, she and Kody also need to say sorry to his kids by other mothers. They are really the innocent victims. Janelle deserves an apology too. She has lost so much. She's valiantly trying to move on, as per her Instagram, as seen above. Robyn and Kody are low on self-awareness, and as they muddle through together, at some point, they will need to take a good look at themselves and what they have done to the Brown children. It is very serious. The kids Kody feuds with feel thrown off balance, sad, ignored, angry, longing for quality time with their father, lonely because Kody is so busy. Robyn can be petty, Kody too. They've trained themselves to rationalize their wrongdoing. Instead of blaming one another, they should look at the damage that's been done, particularly to kids who want nothing more than love, security, and family. These younger sister wives stars are always the real victims.